Salute to you guys and to Ashley Garcia.
Ashley Garcia.
Thanks. Thank
Guacamole.
you.
Oh,
a
damn.
guac.
I didn't
Wow.
know that.
This is a
Well, that's
special
all right.
occasion.
Leave it in. Leave it in.
Ooh.
Multiple
Got
hot
some
sauces.
salsa,
Multiple.
guacamole. It
Oh my
looks
God, my
chunky,
mouth
but
is
not
watering.
Now,
too
eating the
chunky.
chips while we're recording,
Oh,
does
yeah.
that
Is
come in?
required.
It's
I do
required.
it all the
Okay.
time. Yeah, I do it all the time.
All right, 3, 2, 1, and.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to buckle up, hang on, and get ready for the greatest Tuesday of all time because it's Taco Tuesday here in the historic Pink Taco Restaurant on Sunset Boulevard. It's time to get into it with Rod Tutty Rings, Mark Ice Roberts, and the one and only Davey Dave. Now, buckle up and let's get into it.
None of it's going to be usable, is it?
By the way, you guys look great. You guys look rested.
She has no job, so we both sleep in until like 1 or 2.
Oh, glorious.
Oh.
And then Heather
Yes.
has recently started going to the gym,
Multiple times a day.
Multiple
Nice.
times a day.
but she's in this like silver spurs class, or what is it called?
Silver sneakers.
Silver
Yeah.
sneaker? Nice.
I go to a senior gym.
Are you the best in the class though?
No. There's people way
No, I used
more
to
fit
teach
than me.
aerobics.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
Ooh.
that's easy.
1984.
Oh, knock it off.
Did you have like a little sweatband and a
I did. I
unitard?
had the plastic pants. I had the leg warmer.
You were like John Travolta in that movie. Which was the
Ooh.
And I
movie?
did, and I wore and I combed my hair over the.
Wow.
Oh, now we
Had
know you're
little
lying.
curls.
No, what do you mean? I had hair.
Everybody?
All right, ladies and
Sure.
gentlemen, welcome to Let's Get Into It.
Oh,
We're
thank
broadcasting live from Pink Taco, Sunset Boulevard. You can see all the
Nailed
billboards that are all owned by Netflix.
They pretty much are.
I
Oh.
wonder if we'll get one for Ashley Garcia.
That'd be great.
Because they really do own like
Oh.
70% of
Of
it.
this
Yeah.
block.
That is
We have
delicious.
tequilas, but when I
Wow.
drive down Sunset Boulevard, every time I get chills just driving by, all the cool haunts like the Comedy Store and
Chateau Marmont.
the Chateau Marmont.
Yeah, that's right there. The body shop. That's what's
especially
up.
The body shop.
CBS.
CBS is
Some good stuff,
amazing.
yeah.
Yep.
Today is a very special episode. I'm really, really excited.
You are excited about this one.
I am. Because I'm going to introduce two amazing writers, and they're going to tell us a little bit about their stories and what they're doing now and this exciting year that you're having.
Yeah.
Heather Dean
Hello.
and Rosie Borchert. Did I get
Hello.
that right?
That's good.
All right.
Wow.
Thank you for having
Welcome
us.
to the
Yes,
show,
thank
ladies.
you. Thank you guys so
you.
much.
Stay close to the mic.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, look, thank you so much for coming. I was a little nervous giving you guys a call about it because, I don't know, you guys are writers that I've been spending a lot of time with, right? We spent 16 episodes together,
Yeah.
which is pretty
That's a
cool.
lot.
Multiple, like,
episodes.
for at least 4 days a week, seeing
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah, which was really cool. So I felt like we were too familiar, but then I thought, you know what, that's even better.
Yeah.
Because then we get to talk about the stuff that you guys did, what I watched you do so impressively.
Oh, thanks.
And also, we'll go backwards, but also, you guys wrote as a team 2 episodes of the expanding universe of Ashley Garcia, which is created and executive produced by my buddy, your buddy,
Yep.
Mario Lopez. And I want to hear all about that. But first, I want to hear about how you guys got started.
Yeah, so I, went to performing arts high school. So, I was like the arts, and I always thought like I'm going to be a writer one day. And then I moved to Chicago and did a lot of like improv at Second City, IO, and yeah.
Wait a minute. When did you think I'm going to be a writer?
Early on, like I didn't really make moves towards that because I was still kind of like acting and doing other stuff. But like my high school yearbook was like, I'm going to be a writer on Saturday Night
my
Live. So it just was like always something in my mind that I wanted to do, even if I kind of got sidetracked into other things.
Yeah.
But I went to performing arts high school, and the horror was that everybody would go to school for the arts. And then they would come back and they would be like, I don't have a job. I don't know what to do. This was a worthless degree. So it was really scary. So then I did community health and wellness for a long time and did like nonprofit and kind of put the arts on the back burner. But yeah, then I was doing a lot of stuff, sketch comedy stuff, and just really still had a passion for it. So then after I kind of felt like I'd been in Chicago for a long time, moved down to LA to really decide to focus on writing and becoming a television writer. So, because I love television, always have, and yeah.
And it shows. And you guys, you're super talented. Rosie, where did you grow up, and how did you get your start?
Well, I grew up in LA, out in a little city called Lomita.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Gorgeous little town.
Where's Lomita?
It's by Torrance and Harbor City, San
Yeah,
Pedro,
I know it. Yeah.
Harbor
Ooh.
Lomas.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What's up?
And then I did some theater in high school. But then I gave it up for volleyball. Then I went to college. I played volleyball in college. And I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I thought I wanted to be a veterinarian because I've just been obsessed with the weird things about animals.
Yeah.
Bird genitalia.
Lots.
That's a real passion of
I didn't know
hers.
there was such
I didn't know. You got to find it. You got to really look.
There are some
You do.
crazy things about birds. But then I was doing an open mic in college, and a screenwriting teacher saw me doing the open mic and came up to me afterwards and was like, hey, you should take my screenwriting class. Also, I have no women in the class. It would just make me feel so much better if I had a woman in the class.
Mm-hmm.
And then after I did that, I was like, okay, this is what I like to do.
Had you thought about writing prior to that screenwriting class?
I hadn't thought of it as a
Yeah.
career. My father's a writer and a librarian, or he used to be a librarian. And then in high school, I was horrible. I would get horrible grades and a ton of classes, and then AP English, AP Literature just came so easy to me. I could bullshit through anything just by writing it, and just convince people that I'd done the reading or the whatever work I had to do just because I could write kind of well.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, let me just see if I can bullshit my way through this kind of arena.
Right.
And I really,
lot of bullshit
I
is in this
really
world.
enjoyed that.
Some of the
You
best.
just gotta fake it until you make it.
Teddy's a writer.
Awesome.
I just wrote a badass short, right, Davey Dave?
Ooh.
He read it. The
What kind of
characters are
genre
really good.
is it?
Yeah.
It's a drama.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of in the same vein as Joker meets Nightcrawler.
Ooh, so like a nice creepy protagonist.
Creepy, but you find out in the end, you don't see who he is coming.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. At the
Okay.
very end, you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, and then it makes sense.
Okay. Good twists.
What are you laughing at, stupid?
I'm sorry. I was just saying I'm going to cut all this out.
Of course you are.
Teddy has the distinction of making an entire movie for $10,000.
Whoa.
And we have a whole episode, which is one of our highest listened to episode, and it's all about how he did it. And he got a couple of good actors. He got Lilo Brancato, who was also on the show, but he was in Bronx Tale. He was on The Sopranos, Renaissance
How
Man.
did you
Tide.
get him?
He read my script and liked my writing. He likes me as a guy, as a person, and then, because I couldn't pay him very much because it's $10,000.
Yeah.
And he said, you know what, man? He goes, let me read, and if I like it, I'll do it. He read it, called me a couple days later, and he said, I really like this character. I really like this story. He's like, cool.
But it's an amazing story because a lot of the people that listen are, involved in independent film at some level. And the idea that you can do a film for, $10,000 or about that and get an actor that has any kind of credits that people go like, oh yeah, I remember that guy, or he was in that movie. I think it's really cool, and it inspired a lot of people. We got a lot of emails, we got a lot of comments. One thing we're really proud of here is that a lot of the guests that have been on the show, like we've had music supervisors, we've had lawyers, we've had all these people in the entertainment biz that sort of help you do what you got to do. He's working with, after them being on the show, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Making connections
Yeah.
from the podcast.
The exciting part about having you guys on is that everyone sort of goes about it a different way. One thing I noticed about you on set is that you guys were always making jokes. I don't know that they always related to the show or the script.
No, they did. We're always focused on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
But-
Great to have on a
He's
staff.
not the executive producer.
No.
So don't worry about it. He could be on.
It was very funny. You guys were always very entertaining. How do you guys decide who's writing which character, what story? How do you guys do that?
We'll sit in the same room and drive each other crazy for just 9 hours straight figuring out an outline after we've just over months talked about kind of a story that we like or characters that we want to figure out a story to write about. And then once we've figured out the outline, we've like spent a week or two just writing down 7 or 8 pages of exactly what's happening. Then we'll split up the scenes, and we don't work together when we're writing.
Just the outline.
Yeah, we'll get back to it eventually. But it's like I'll spend a couple days writing all my scenes. Rosie will write all of her scenes, and then we'll kind of. Then a lot of times we'll switch.
We swap the scenes, and then we try to beat. Like if she put a joke in her scenes, I try to beat that joke.
Yeah, try to find something
like
funnier,
I try to find something
better
to add to the joke. And then once we've gotten to a place that we both kind of like where we're at, we sit in the same room and we'll just. I mean, remember when we were working on that Sundance script?
Oh yeah.
We just sat.
It was like 4 a.m. and we were just pitching on joke. We had like documents of just alternative jokes.
Well, yeah, we'll try to. If there's a spot that needs a joke, we'll try to have like 10 options.
Yeah.
So that when we have the clarity of fresh eyes, we can be like, okay, well, we thought that this was funny, but now we know it's not actually funny. So let's
it was just 4 a.m. Yeah.
Yeah.
So instead of making the change there, you just write down, oh, this is a potential alternative to that joke, and deal with it later.
Yeah, that kind of works for us.
That's awesome.
Let's just come up with a bunch of things, and while we're riffing, just as you said, like while we're just kind of making each other laugh, not really sure what's usable, but it's entertaining to us, and then we'll kind of step back and say like, okay, this is probably universally funny, so maybe we should use this one.
I would think that it's very difficult or personal to give someone a scene of yours and give someone, and swap scenes because you're working on it. But I think to be a great writer, you have to be open to a lot of, opinions, suggestions, stuff like that, right?
I think you have to like respect the person too. Like, I mean, I'll write something and I'll think this is the best thing that's ever been written. Where's my Pulitzer Prize? And then I'll hand it to Rosie and I'll get it back and I'll just like instantly know like this is better. This is just, like a different set of eyes. She always brings something really creative to it. So it's like you have to value what the other person kind of brings to the table.
Right. So you guys obviously respect each other and like each other a lot.
Yeah, I've never met somebody, and I've never had a writing partner before. I've tried to write with people, and I've just been like, okay, sorry, this was fun, right? But let's just,
we had a good week.
Do my
Ta-ta.
own thing. But I think because Heather and I have such a strong respect for each other, and we enjoy each other so much, and it's not a difficult thing to do to exchange work with each other.
And I see that in you guys. Totally see that in you guys as writing partners. So the one thing I was going to ask, which you already covered, which is you wrote with other people. Heather, did you write with other people? Sorry.
I was pointed at. I know Mark does fully know our names. I never had a writing partner, but I mostly did collaborative stuff. So like sketch comedy was very collaborative of like you meet with your ensemble, you bring your idea, and it was just what you're saying of like, hey, this works here, but what if we tried it this way, and then you get all of these ideas. It's very similar to a writer's room.
Yeah, when you do improv, it's absolutely 100% collaborative. Like you can't say no, right?
Usually you get like a suggestion.
And then you've got to go.
I tried to do improv, but I'm very bad at it. Like
Me too.
I don't know why. I'm just bad at liking people a lot of the time.
Wow.
And so I just
heard
have
it here.
there's a lot of negative things spinning in my head, like, God, this is stupid. And
Bad idea, wrong.
It's like, oh, fucking idiot. It's probably a defense mechanism because I know I'm not good at it, so I'm just like, oh, these losers, right?
It's like this podcast. You're like, what the fuck am I doing?
But that's totally on me. I'm not very good at it.
But stand-up you are.
Stand-up, you can take your thoughts, you step back, you learn the lines. It's basically just like acting with your own material.
Yeah.
But improv, you got to be quick. You got to be on it. And thank God Heather's kind of like that. And I'm more of like, let me take my time. Let me formulate my thoughts. That would have been funny if I'd said that 2 hours ago. I'm that kind of person a little bit more. So,
but it's great on the page.
It's great on the page.
Yeah. Do you feel like you use stand-up in your writing? Like, is that how you think of ideas?
Well, totally. Like in college, I took all of my stand-up jokes and I put them into a script I had to write for my senior
That's
thesis.
Awesome.
And then a lot of the stuff for Heather and I, when we're writing, it's a lot of like set up, punch, set up, punch, set up, punch, you know, call back
Right.
here. So it seems like a lot of the same stuff that you would do, but you don't have to perform it. I mean, Heather and I perform it for each other,
Just because it's fun.
just because we want to. Like, that's the goal is to make your writing partner laugh, and then you're like, okay, that's good.
And you guys make each other laugh a lot.
Oh, a lot, constantly. Yeah.
Yeah, and if we're not laughing, then we're like, okay, well, that's not good.
Right.
Let's not put that in.
That's really hard. Like when you write something and you think it's funny, or you're thinking about it's funny, and then someone doesn't laugh, or
It's a good gauge. I mean, I laugh way easier than Rosie does.
All the time.
So
Nonstop.
nonstop. Everything. If I'm nervous, I laugh. If I think something's funny, I laugh. It's just like
To be nice
To be
sometimes,
nice.
yeah.
It's just always there. But it's nice to have a good gauge because, like, for the Expanding Universe of Ashley Garcia, it was a comedy. So, you know, on the floor on tape night, you'd have to come up with other jokes like, okay, the audience isn't laughing. Is this going to be a better punchline? And so I would often bring it to Rosie, and she's a good judge because if she didn't laugh, well, I wasn't going to bring it to Seth. I wasn't going to bring it to the showrunner because I didn't make Rosie laugh.
Right.
Versus, like, if she would have pity laughed me, I would have been like, hey, boss, I got a good one. You know, so it's good. Like, but when I did make her laugh, then I'd be like, okay, this is legit. I should go bring this up to someone.
you guys were staff writers on the Expanding Universe of Ashley Garcia, which, by the way, comes to Netflix on February 17th.
Yeah.
Toot,
Toot,
Which is
toot.
pretty
It's coming up.
amazing.
Yeah.
Was that your first gig?
Yeah.
Staff writing?
Yeah,
First
before
staff
that, we
gig.
were just assistants doing all the dirty work.
And did you work for anybody in particular as assistants?
Like, we were working on TV shows, but in, like, we were assisting the writers.
Right.
So, like, script coordinating and writing assistant, and then getting the lunches for the writers.
Right.
I heard that's a tough job. I have a buddy who was a staff writer. He said assistant writing, he goes, dude, he never had to do it. Fortunately for him, he actually just went straight into staff. But he wrote on some pretty big primetime shows, and he said, because I inquired about it, I go, how? He goes, dude, they beat you up. It's tough. Like,
It's
you need to be...
Brutal.
Yeah.
When I was script coordinating on Speechless, which was an ABC show, I wouldn't get home until like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
most nights.
Wow. Really
And
long days.
Yeah, I just tried to tell myself it was grad school. Like, I was learning a ton. I was working with these really talented writers, like brilliant people pitching jokes, and kind of just like figuring out how they do it.
Do you feel that experience prepared you to be a staff writer?
Oh, for sure. You see, like, how, because you're just, you as an assistant to the writers, you get to sit back and kind of watch the room, because it's not, they don't really want you to talk too much.
Right.
But you can, if you got a good joke, pitch it, sure, by all means. But you're not in the conversation most of the time. So you just get to sit back and see, like, what's working for people, what people don't like, what the higher-ups are like, oh, we like that joke, we don't like that joke, and just kind of figuring out who you should be with what you have, what you're bringing to the table, what you should do in the position as a writer.
It's good. It's a good way to, like, kind of understand the unspoken rules of a writer's room,
Right.
you know?
Right.
So it's definitely good to just kind of take it all in. And I feel like I'm better just having experienced it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's important. And I think if you're listening and you're thinking about being a writer, you don't know, you don't start at the top. You got to work your way in. And I think watching you guys, there was some assistance on the Expanding Universe of Ashley Garcia in the writer's room, and I would notice them like typing a lot. Do they have to keep notes on what's happening in the room? I'm just curious. I didn't.
yeah.
I don't know if they did or not.
That's the majority of the job is, like, it's half you're kind of sending out every script. So they're the ones doing, as Rosie said, all the dirty work, like behind the scenes, making sure all the edits and everything are formatted correctly and
Oh,
sending
wow.
it out to everyone. And then also the writer's assistant, sometimes script, it kind of depends how the show's, how it works with the assistant job responsibilities. But, a lot of times then you're taking the notes as the writers, we'll talk for months about an episode just in advance before we even get it to a script. So
Right.
it's like taking notes of what the showrunner liked, what, when the showrunner's gone, all of the things that the other writers have come up
Yeah,
with.
I mean, people are just all the writers are throwing out, like, jokes that could be in the script for weeks and weeks and weeks, and then when one writer goes off, maybe they weren't in the room the whole time, but they need to have all of that information when they go off to write the episode. So
Right.
that's up to the script coordinator and the writer's assistant to have consolidated all of just the casual jokes said, just the ideas of like, oh, maybe this should happen, maybe this then should happen.
It's a lot of
work.
brainstorming. It's a lot of work.
Brutal.
It's a hard job for sure.
So the writer's room is sort of like this area where it's fairly safe, right? To say, well, that's not going to work story structure wise, or
It's you have to have tact when you do it. If you're going to come in and say, I mean, our goal as staff writers was at the start of the season was never to tear down an idea, because from our jobs previously, we learned like when people come in and say like, oh no, that doesn't work, everybody just hates that. You know,
It
people
shuts
don't
everyone
like it.
down.
It shuts
Yeah.
it down. It's better to be like, it's like the improv thing of like yes and, because when you say no, that doesn't work, you're stopping everything.
Yeah.
is it
also-
a what about?
Yeah. What about this? Or like, hey, I think maybe this might work better because, you know. And also, yeah, we were fortunate, like the Writers Guild does like a staff writer boot camp thing. And, you know, they had really good advice of like, there's someone at the top that their job is to be like, this story's not working.
Oh.
You know, but like in our position, it's kind of like, hey, throw out some ideas, keep people energized, you know, come up with some funny stuff, you know.
Yeah, it's
find
not your
holes.
job to say no.
Right.
It's your job to be like, what about this?
Right.
What about this? Could be this.
Yeah. Wow, this is so informative. When it came to tape nights, you know, we had already gone through, I don't know, we had table read, a couple of days of watching it with the actors and seeing how it played and knowing some things were working or not working. But even on tape nights, you guys were creating alts for, I don't know, a lot of the scenes. Does it come up because the audience isn't laughing, or do you guys feel it's flat too?
I think it depends. Like sometimes we might already know, like, oh, maybe this is gonna work. Like maybe it kind of hit a little bit at the run-throughs. You know, like people seem to think it was kind of funny. Let's see it in front of an audience, and that'll kind of be the make or break. So we might have already had some alts kind of locked and loaded to try. But yeah, it's kind of a free for all. So it's like it can be that the audience didn't like it, and you know the showrunner might come up and say, who has something for this area. Or also, we had a little bit of freedom of like, if we had just thought of something that was funnier to us and to the other writers, then, you know, the showrunner would say, hey, let's give this a try. Sure.
That's pretty neat. I was excited, you know, when you guys pitched something and it showed up.
Us too.
Yeah, were you, is it exciting?
good.
Oh, yeah. You're like, my joke's in.
You're validated. You're
Right.
like, oh my God, I'm not a fraud.
Right.
Like, they like something that we pitched.
I love that about you guys because you're out there throwing out ideas, and by the way, not a lot of them work.
Somebody's being honest.
I didn't.
On that note, I'm getting another beer.
Everyone is trying to make the show better, and it was just really impressive because you guys were all super funny.
And that's just really a testament to the group of writers that they put together, because I've never
Oh my
met so
God.
many
Right.
nice, kind, like
Collaborative.
open.
Yeah.
There were no people that were like, that you felt you were made to feel bad if you pitched a fucking loser
Yeah.
joke.
People were very supportive. Like,
So supportive. It blew my mind. Like, I've never seen a nicer group of writers who were also super, super funny.
And hungry.
yeah, that's true. A lot of meals.
Yeah.
A lot
More
of craft
snacks.
service trips.
Mostly,
It was
yeah.
like I said a joke.
Ugh,
Oh
I
my
need
God.
to go get some 5-layer
I've
dip. My gosh.
You know what? There's corn with hot Cheetos. I'm over there.
Yes.
But you just ate a pizza. I know, but it doesn't matter. I have to keep eating.
That's why we look good right now, because we don't have people giving us food anymore.
You look fabulous.
Thank you.
Fabulous.
Thank you so
You look
much. Yeah.
unbelievable. Like you're ready for the red carpet, really.
Not having 6 meals a day.
Yeah.
That's the key, I guess.
Great.
Well, you guys look rested too. I gotta say.
Ooh,
So much sleep.
How many writers are there on the show? Like
10.
10?
10?
Great.
And then how many assistants are in there? Writers' assistants?
2?
Oh, there's only 2
Yeah,
for the
two.
whole room.
Who turned into writers?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, they got an episode.
Yeah, which that was
Oh,
great.
wow.
The
Yeah.
brothers. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What
The
are
Hanny
they?
Bros.
They were so great.
Yeah.
I was so happy to see that. So
Very
let's
funny
talk about
guys.
something fun
Ooh.
about you guys. So you're right.
We're listening.
This is a new segment that I'm not aware of.
Fun.
Let's talk about something fun about you guys. So what was really exciting is on the episode that you wrote, which was the first episode you guys had written as a team, right?
The
In
one with
television.
the dog, right?
Yeah, it was the
Yes.
one with Mara Lopez's wife,
Yeah.
Courtney.
Courtney
She
was
came-
great.
She came out and did a great job,
Very
right?
fun.
everyone signed the cover of the script,
yeah.
and they gave it to you, and you took
really
pictures. How did it feel to have your episode being made?
For me, it was
Shitty.
awful.
Nerve-wracking.
I hate it. Nerve-wracking. But, a year before that, I was a writer's PA, so it was kind of this, and I had been like working so hard for so long. So it really, it's like the Hollywood story of like, once you make it kind of thing. So it was just a nice moment to realize like, okay, you're a writer, you're in it, you've done a good job, and, now people are kind of helping you get to where you wanted to be. So it was nice. It was nice.
It was nice. I gotta say,
It's nice.
all of the shows read really well in the table read, but I remember your guys' episode being extra funny. Like people laughed a lot during the table read, and that must have felt like a relief, right? Because the table read is the first time the cast is going to read it.
Yeah.
Right? Did it feel?
I think I have a different memory.
Okay,
of
tell me.
that
This is great.
event.
Tell me. What did you
That's
think?
so nice that you remembered it like that.
Well, no, it started really strong and then it ended really strong. But I think what we learned from the table read was that we lacked pace because there was a moment in the middle where there were no laughs for like 4 or 5 minutes.
4 or 5 minutes. That's 4 or 5 pages.
That's well, okay, maybe not that long, but it was
a couple minutes.
It felt like a long time, and we were just kind of like, oh,
It's
no.
like agony, and like people are kind of looking at you like, you wrote this?
Oh, or so you think, right?
It's funny, right? We'll get to
Heather
a joke.
wrote
We'll
this
get to a
scene.
joke.
Sorry,
Isn't it
guys.
like every 30 seconds there's supposed to be a laugh in a sitcom?
Oh
Isn't
yeah.
that-
And it's there's so many things too that it's like if the actors have read the script yet, if the and I think our very first one, there was a big like a bunch of fires had broken out, so there weren't a lot of, unfortunately.
Well, we didn't have Haley.
We didn't have one of our main actresses. And so it's like there were so many things that kind of led to there being a very dull couple minutes, but it feels like, oh crap, I should
Forever. You're just sitting there, you're looking around, you're assuming that people are just thinking about you.
Yeah.
the network's thinking of ways to fire you. In your mind, you're like, well, this is it. I guess I'm done.
Back to writer's assistant. Who's hiring?
That's not how I felt. I really thought people were loving. I think it came up to you guys afterwards, and I was like, so great, that was so awesome. But everyone feels differently about how that room goes when it's the table read, and everyone has different jobs in that room, right? You guys obviously had to move from there into how to make it better, no matter what, right? Every single time, making it a little bit better. But it was very impressive and a lot of fun, and that was one of my favorite episodes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I thought it was
that means
really
so much.
cool.
He
You're
means
gonna
that
say
too, because he
Yeah.
said you guys were coming in. And
That's
that
so-
your
that's
favorite
so
episode.
nice.
No,
to
and I was
hear,
really excited. Well, you guys are, you guys, and you guys were fun.
Marky?
And then
Marky.
I like to call him Marky Mark.
Marky.
remember when we
Marky. I'm gonna call him Marky. right now.
Sorry.
we had the first run through, and then we were going in for notes, and you guys hadn't been in the notes.
Oh yeah, it's like a special room.
Isn't
It's
that
like,
funny?
Ooh, we get to go in
the note
here.
room.
Yes, the note room VIPs.
What's so funny because you never know where to sit too.
Oh
In
yeah.
the note room?
Yeah, you don't know. Like everybody takes their seats.
Yeah.
Who's always in there? Like
Yeah.
you know where to go,
Yeah.
but we're just kind of like, here.
Where's
are
the
we in your
appropriate-
way?
I know how to
what?
stay out of the way.
He doesn't know. He's so confident. He just kind of rolls in and goes,
Yeah.
I think we'll sit here.
This is my spot.
I stayed
You
out
walk
of the
in
way.
with such confidence wherever you
Yeah.
go. It's amazing, but it's such like a casual confidence. It's not like a.
Arrogant confidence.
It's not an
No,
arrogant
thank you.
confidence. You
Very
just walk
disarming.
In, you feel. It seems like you feel comfortable wherever you go.
Wait till
Yeah.
you get to know him.
But when we did go to notes, it's a funny room, isn't it? It's very specific, and when it comes to writing, usually they kind of say, okay, well, we're gonna work that out in the writer's room later, and it's not completely dealt with in that room.
Yeah.
It's mostly production.
Yeah, the showrunners had a good way of like taking notes and also being like, we'll decide kind of if it seems appropriate. But yeah, very supportive. I mean, the network was very supportive, I think, but definitely Seth and David had a good way of being like, hey, we're going to listen to this and we're going to just kind of analyze it before we agree to something one way or the other.
They were amazing. Yeah, they were amazing at saying to the studio, I get that note. We totally agree with it, and we're going to make adjustments. And that was enough.
Yeah.
But doing it in like a non-commitment kind of way.
Right.
Yeah.
Where
true.
they were like,
I see that.
Everybody left being like, okay, great. they're gonna do what I want them to do, but
Not
still being able
necessarily.
to maneuver however best the story,
Sort of.
however the story needs to go
Yeah.
for the story's benefit.
Yeah, and for the
Welcome to Hollywood. That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna do what I say, but not really. But you're gonna do it. So
What's really great, Rod. Oh, who's Rod? Did you remember when I called you Rod? And I called you Rod, and Mario was like, "Who's Rod?"
he doesn't like my name.
He didn't like anyone's name.
Oh wow.
No, he doesn't like your name.
He doesn't like my. He likes my real name. He doesn't.
He likes yours. Well, you're Davey Dave. Yeah.
Is this the area that you want to work in? Is this where you see yourself working in the future in multicam?
I love multicam. I've done a couple other multicam shows and I really like it. And I love that like it is kind of similar to improv where, you know, on tape nights you're going to be down there just coming up with new ideas, testing it out in front of like a live audience. And it is very collaborative. So personally I like it. Rosie, what are your thoughts on multicam?
Oh, it's great.
You were new to it.
Love it.
She was new
Love
to
it.
it. Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it. I mean, I want to do everything.
Right.
You know, whatever opportunities come my way, I'm down.
She's great at multicam.
I
writing.
would love to get to a place though where we're working on feature films
Yeah.
and maybe like a darker comedy kind of arena or like any kind of merging. Like I love the idea of like merging horror with comedy.
Yeah.
I think it's
Dark.
It's
Yeah.
it's dark, but it also it's just like when
Are
the
you
lower
talking?
you get, the higher you can get.
Right.
So it's like you get to a low spot, then you have a big laugh, and it's a bigger laugh than it is possible, I think, in other kind of arenas.
like Shaun of the Dead kind of thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of like that kind of
That's
area.
that's terrifying and hilarious. Like I just watched Zombieland, and it's
Oh, yeah.
not really scary at all, but it's very funny and very hokey and fun. But Shaun of the Dead was a really funny, scary movie, which, you know, the writers obviously had everything to do with, you know, the mom. You know, I don't know if you know the story or not. Did you see Shaun of the
No.
Dead? In Shaun of the Dead, they really did a good job of making the people that were turning be really important to the main characters. So that's what made it super scary. But I hear what you're saying. That's neat. That's great. That you like working multicam and that there's potentially other areas to go, because there are some writers, Rod, you're not Rod. There are some writers, Tootie, that
Who's this
that
Rod?
just I know who's Rod who love
When I go by
multicam
when I write and make films and stuff.
Is it really?
Okay.
porn.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
But you know what was a trip is I went to Saved by the Bell a couple days, and I was
Oh,
on your
yeah.
guys' set, you know, handful of days, and
Take it easy.
Take it easy. And the style of writing and listening to, I was something I was not expecting at all. Like I was expecting AC Slater and all this, and it's a totally different. It's a single cam, and it's shot like a film, you know. But it's very serious.
Well,
you know
the
what I mean?
showrunner,
new
the
Saved by
show,
Bell?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's. I was expecting Lash Garcia.
Yeah.
I knew it was single cam, but I was expecting like, you know, fun, and it's very like even I was running lines with Lopez. It's just different. It's not what you're expecting.
and the showrunners from
Interesting.
The showrunner is from
30 Rock.
30 Rock, Tina
Oh,
Fey.
So imagine the character of Alec Baldwin
Without
delivering
Alec Baldwin,
without
though.
Alec Baldwin, right? Delivering his
Wow.
lines.
I mean, the
really
key there is
honestly.
Alec Baldwin, though.
Right.
I mean, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
I have
Yeah.
a vision
But-
now.
What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that Lopez can't deliver that level of comedy?
Is Lopez
Lopez is
Alec Baldwin?
No, he's AC Slater that we know.
Oh.
He's still
Yeah.
Slater, and he's in a different world. You see what I'm saying? Like you're taking one type of show,
Yeah.
and infusing those characters into this other type of show, which is kind of different. And again, like I only seen his scenes, so I don't know. You know, you got to see it all play out how it's going to be. But it was just different. I wasn't expecting it.
I love a reboot that is not exactly like
Well, I
what
think-
the original one.
Yeah, that's
you know?
what they're shooting for.
I
Give
love
it a
that.
different tone. If you're gonna bring
Yeah.
it back, put it in a different world.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like the Sabrina reboot
Yeah.
remake.
Yeah.
It was super dark and creepy, and it was exactly what the show needed if it was going to come back.
Like
I mean,
a new vision of
Yeah.
it.
What's the next script?
we're working on 3 right now.
And are they? You don't have to say what they are, but are they TV? Are they film?
2 are TV and 1 is a film.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And do you guys work outside of with each other, or right now it's just team? They're like, you don't want to say.
Well, we'll kind of
Like, yeah, I'll interrogate you guys separately.
Yeah. What did she say?
like the feature film concept is kind of like ideas I've put together, but I'm handing off to Heather and being like, you have to put your brain on this because I know you'll make it better.
Yeah, we kind of got in a good rhythm like 6 months ago where we decided that we were gonna we wanted to get more stuff done, so we decided to like spearhead different projects. So like the script that we're trying to finish up now is something that I started spearheading, and one of the other scripts that we're writing for a pilot is an animated show that like Rosie's kind of spearheading. So it's kind of like trying to get as much stuff done.
So it's like we're both showrunners for separate shows,
Yeah.
and then we're tasking the other person as our staff
Yeah.
to do their job.
You guys are so
On it.
organized. That's pretty cool.
Bring it to this guy when you're done. He makes shit happen over here.
That'd be great.
It's
We
very
will.
nice of you. Thank you.
Straight to
Vinny
Marky
Vicari,
Ice.
you guys got to find Idol Maker.
Yes.
Stop with the
No-
Vinny
no
Vicari.
cheese.
No
Vinny-
cheese, Vinny.
Vinny No Cheese Vicari. That's
Vinny
what
No
my
Cheese
name
I'm
is.
lactose intolerant, so I get it. Yeah. No cheese for me, please.
No, it's
Thank you.
yes.
The other thing that happened on the show is that you guys wrote 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice surprise.
Was that
a gift.
a
That was-
surprise? That was going to be my question.
Yes.
We didn't even know if we would get one.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been on shows before where staff writers haven't gotten scripts to write, so it felt really nice that they felt like they could trust us.
Yeah.
Right.
It was good to know like that on the first one we did a good job and they were willing to give us another script to kind of let us
You
run
really
with
did
that.
do a great job.
Thanks.
You guys were great. The writing staff was amazing.
The first month of the gig, it was really nice. Like Molly and Camille and some of the writers that had been writing.
Molly.
So many
They're going to be on the
great-
show.
Oh,
Mhm.
I miss everybody so much. But a lot of the writers that had been staffed for much longer than us, like would come up to me and say like, "Thank you guys for like your energy." Because like I personally, I always tried to like be excited to have the job like every day. It was something that I worked so hard to become a writer. So, and I think it helps. Once you've done it for so long, you're like, we're getting Sharkies again. You get like upset about the little things versus being excited to have a cool job where you're a writer.
Yeah, it's a club. If you want to,
Yeah.
if you can't play well with other people, then go.
Doesn't matter
and
how
write
good you
stuff
are.
on your own.
Yeah.
No one got replaced
That's true. Yet. Yeah.
yet. It was a
Time
solid. It
will
was
tell.
a
The
solid
Burrito King
group.
might be. It's
Yeah, the Burrito King's definitely out.
Oh, I hope he comes back.
He
Season
might be in there as a writer room, in the writer's room.
maybe.
As an
No,
assistant.
I'm not a writer. I wish I was. I wish I had that kind of talent.
let's
I
make
just
you an
don't.
assistant in there. Let's just see.
Work your way up.
Maybe-
It's never
maybe
too
like
late.
Social experiment.
I would
You know?
try
The
that.
intern.
Let's try it.
That would be fun if you came into our room and helped us.
Right.
You know?
Oh,
have you
yeah.
seen
You know
our
what?
room?
Do you
I
need to
did
know
not
how
see
to
it
We have
type?
a
Oh, in
small,
your room,
our
in your
actual
actual
room.
room.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can
Davey
take
Dave?
notes in our room.
What do you think?
What's happening over here?
I
I'm
think we see
talking
a
over
through
there.
liner. No, we're creating something here on the show.
What's happening?
Next season,
Okay.
he's going to come in and assist you guys.
I love it.
Great.
I
At
love
least
it.
Next season, next week.
Oh,
I'm
that's
gonna go to
true.
your
Come
house,
to our house.
to your
Come on
office.
over. You need the practice. Yeah, we can't just throw you in a
it can't
writer's
just
room.
happen.
We should
Yeah.
actually we should interview people too.
Yeah, we're gonna see a couple candidates, and
Yeah.
then we'll see. You're gonna have to send your
and we'll
resume.
see how you do. And then we'll talk about it every week on the podcast. How'd you do this week?
Yeah.
He's going to be all depressed. They kicked me
I don't
out.
think they liked my ideas.
It's gonna be like Survivor style.
I like
yeah,
it.
we'll
like
vote you
this.
in or vote you off.
And then Dave and I'll hear what your ideas were. I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? That's horrible.
So yeah, you guys wrote 2 episodes, which was very impressive. Did you guys get a second script signed? No, right? Just the first one?
No, it's I think it's traditional like
To do the first one,
the
right.
writer's first script.
That was so
We'll
neat.
get it signed.
Oh,
You
it's
can
really
find
nice.
it on the Instagram somewhere, right?
Oh yeah,
The
somewhere on
Instagram.
the
It's,
Oh,
He
sorry.
it's
doesn't.
everywhere
He says the
But
The
on that
Instagram.
Instagram. Yeah,
It's like the
We got-
Facebook.
the Facebook.
Oh,
on the internet. Yes.
On the- was the second episode easier in terms of the table read and the read-throughs and all that, or was it the same feeling?
The outline for the second episode wasn't at a place that the first script was at, so we had a lot of difficult freedom that we were kind of like, okay, just go off and like, this isn't really figured out yet, but see what you can do with it.
Uh-huh.
So was much harder.
It was harder.
Yeah,
okay.
True.
we didn't really know exactly what to do with some scenes or like where the story should go or how to link things together.
And what did you do in that case?
I think we, things hadn't been completely figured out in the writer's room. So when we took it, so I think we spent like one full day before we even started writing where Rosie and I just hammered out all of the details of like the talking through like, well, this wouldn't work if they did it this way and what would be funnier, to kind of get it to a point where we felt like it was figured out before we could start writing on it.
Yeah.
There are writers that live for multicam, like they live for what they're doing on the show. They want to do more of it. It's what they've always wanted to do. And I think that's really cool that there are so many people from different walks of life that have the ability and talent to write a funny show like Ashley or anything really. I mean, a lot of you work on different shows and are going to be writing on different shows, but you have the ability to put together stories, to know what's funny, to be collaborative, to make it better. I think Ashley is an amazing show. From where I sit, it just looks like a great program, and I hope it does really, really well. But it's hard to tell until you get an audience, clicking on it and watching it and them telling their friends. But it was really impressive to meet, all of you and see how much you cared about what you were doing, and also, know that that's what you want to do. And I think that's the most inspirational part about this podcast is when you think about it and when you hear it from you, you came from a place where you decided to be writers and then were willing to do what needed to be done to get into the rooms where you were going to learn firsthand how to write and how ideas are hammered out and what the arcs are and what doesn't or does work. And that's I think the biggest lesson that you can get out of this is that, you have to just get in there, work hard, not be afraid, throw your ideas out, and try to find that really cool space between saying no and being creatively available to say, what about this?
And kind of going off of that, the biggest thing that I think, and Heather and I have talked about this before, is for us to have gotten the opportunities that we've gotten, we had to tell people exactly what we wanted to do. We had to tell people, like, yeah, we want to write for comedy because people aren't, I've worked in a place where I assumed that the person above me knew that I wanted to be a writer because I was doing all these like writer's assistant tasks. But then the minute after 2 years working for this person, they didn't know. They had no idea because I'd never told them exactly what I wanted to do. So you can't assume that the people who have the hiring ability are mind readers. You just got to tell them. You got to be open. You got to let them know exactly what you want to do. And if you're cool, if you're funny, if you're nice to be around for 12 hours a day, they're going to try and help you if there's a space that they can.
And if there's cheese there.
That's really good advice. But Colin and Kevin Haney, Haney?
Connor and Kevin
Haney.
Hanny Fanny.
Colin,
That's how they told me to remember.
Colin and Kevin.
Connor.
Colin and Kevin. I'm sorry.
Wait, Connor. No, Collins.
Sarah Connor. No, Connor and
McGregor
Kevin.
and
Connor and Kevin. I think I got it at the beginning.
We got it once.
They got the opportunity to write an episode. How did that happen? How does that occur? Do you guys know? Is it okay to talk about?
Yeah, I think it's okay to talk. When you are just coming from the position, I was a script coordinator before and a writer's assistant, and you are putting in crazy hours. Like you can't have. I don't know how people would do it if they had kids because it's impossible. It's really grad school times 10. I've never been to grad school.
So whatever that calculation is, right?
Definitely harder than the thing we haven't done.
It was long. It's long hours. It's going to be at least 2 years because you got to progress. You got to do your time. So I forget the rule of it, but a show cannot employ their staff writers to write all of the episodes for a season. You have to
get a freelance writer, or you take a penalty. And so when you got a solid showrunner, they know to give it to the people who are working really hard and supporting the staff. So they will give it to the script coordinator,
sometimes the writer's assistant, or in this case, both of them together.
That's
Wow, I
amazing.
didn't know that.
It's kind of it's definitely not a given, but like the show I worked on before this, the writer's assistant, script coordinators, they got a script too. I think if you're a hardworking writer's assistant, script coordinator,
And you're talented.
and you're
You gotta-
talented, then typically you'll get one.
That's
If
pretty
your
cool.
showrunner's looking out for you.
And the showrunners were looking out for everybody. I mean, there was also stand-ins that were getting lines on the show
Yeah.
that were very talented.
Mm-hmm.
Jahari,
Dave? No.
Cullen,
Cullen,
James.
spelled with a Y.
Jahari, James,
Cullen.
all got lines on the show
Yeah.
because someone was looking out and saying, "You guys are working hard. You're giving us your best. We're going to give you, a line on the show."
And not just that, they performed really. They got the
well.
opportunity,
Yeah.
and then they performed really well. So it's almost like I forget that there's some expression about like it's not just if opportunity comes, you
Yeah.
got to be prepared.
Yeah.
There's somebody who says it really well. It's
Yeah.
not me.
I
But-
think
I
it's,
know it. I know exactly
You know
what you're
what
saying.
I'm
Like,
talking
yeah.
Phrases there.
Opportunity with luck.
Opportunity
It has
knowledge.
Preparation,
Yeah.
Preparation meets opportunity.
Yes.
Yo, yes.
We're
Something like
close
that.
to
We're
it.
close.
Okay, so
Something
let's
about
start again. What were you going to say?
Luck meets
No. Preparation meets opportunity.
preparation.
No, it's success.
Me.
Success comes with preparation.
Preparation meets
Okay.
opportunity, right? You're prepared and you get the opportunity,
Yes.
and boom, you
But
nail
it's, but yeah, but the ending is success.
it.
Then I do that.
Such a
Do you want to try it again?
No, you did. I don't want
We
I don't
know
wanna
what
hand
it
it
is.
to
Got
me.
it.
You
We
did
got
it.
it. We got it.
I don't want to hand out.
Preparation
meets-
H,
Preparation
no.
means
Why
there's
don't you be
success
candid?
that can be achieved when you're talented.
When you buy it at
and you get an
CVS.
opportunity.
Sure.
And then
If
you
you
pass
get-
the CVS.
Uh-huh.
Look, if you get a
Then you get-
hemorrhoid,
Then you get the preparation H.
Yeah.
Ooh, those are
And you're
bad.
successful.
And you
Don't
got to get
want
the little
that.
pillow.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Then you gotta sit.
and then
Where did this go, Vinny Macari?
I don't know
All right,
how we
pull
got
together,
to
pull
CVS
together, pull
and
together.
how we got to preparation H.
But I'm glad we got there.
Preparation
It's
H
been worth
meets-
my time.
Would
This-
that be something that would be thrown out in a writer's room?
Yes,
Oh,
this would
definitely.
not work.
No, I
They'd
think
be
it would
like,
be in the script.
It
Yeah.
would.
I think it would be the title.
Yeah.
And then the whole
Preparation
episode
aids
would just be
meets-
about how
what we were
Somebody
on, what
got
we
it.
were on is how special it is that if you're in a writer's room as an assistant, that if you have talent, you put in your work, that you may get,
Yeah, you may get the opportunity to write a
Opportunity.
script.
Yep.
Yeah.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah. it's
And by
nice.
the way,
get a good chunk of change.
Theirs
too.
was really funny too. I remember.
Yeah, they did a really great job. Yeah. They had to like work over Thanksgiving because it is sometimes it sucks that you might be given a script over a holiday break because then you'll have time to write, but then you have to give up your holiday. But I think it was Thanksgiving break that
Probably worth it.
yeah, definitely
In
it's
that
worth
case,
it to
right?
get the chance. So yeah, so they wrote that over the 4-day weekend or something.
When you're young and handsome like those guys,
God, they're beautiful.
aren't they beautiful?
Yeah.
They walk in and
good looking specimens. Their dad's pretty
Yeah.
sharp looking too.
Hubba.
so the three of them,
My
are
like.
beautiful. Me likey. Well, and
Sorry.
they're great writers. That's
Yeah.
impressive. All right, let's shift gears here. Wow, that was good stuff.
There's more chips.
Oh yeah, let's move. No, is there more over there?
You want some guac?
Dude, we got so much guac. Did they set us up?
Davey, how's the sound? Is there a lot of chip? A lot of
Do you
snacking?
have to listen to this all? Who cuts this all
I do.
together?
Oh,
He does.
I don't want
excellent.
to sound like an idiot, so
Oh, okay,
So
but
the
you don't care if
preparation
these
H,
two
it's all-
guys.
It's all going to be edited.
Ah,
What you're going to hear from me is like, hey, how you doing? That's it. Then at the end, you're going to hear him, thank you for coming.
and he leaves everything else on the cutting room floor.
Yeah,
that you
great.
did.
No, because Heather and I were talking about how we met up a little bit before this, and we both were like, okay, you can't do this bit that you always do. And Heather was like, you can't do that voice that you do.
Yeah, that's true. I was intentionally not supposed to let Rosie get into bird genitalia, and I brought it up,
And you brought it up.
and we talked about this
talked
before
about
the
it.
podcast.
like, what is the
No.
voice?
Yeah, do that. No,
No,
I can't.
Why not? Now that we might as well break that. Let's do that.
No, we can't get it recorded anywhere.
No.
For our future generation,
Yeah.
that's when it's going to come back and bite us on the butt. Right as we're accepting our big awards 20 years from now.
It's like one of those late night voices when we're falling asleep,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, "Good night, Heather," and then I do a voice,
Yes.
and she's like, "You can't do that voice."
Also, now people think we have bunk beds.
Yeah.
Going to sleep. Good night, Rosie.
Or I just mean it's like my mind isn't.
Yes.
I'm not focused. It's like, okay, I'm sorry, I shouldn't do that voice. I'm learning.
It's
We're all
very
learning.
disappointing for everyone listening that we're not doing the voice.
Don't do it.
Nope.
Maybe make one up. How about make one up? No.
Oh, it's gonna come out offensive. Every voice.
No
I
one
do
will
is-
be offended.
Oh no.
Someone will be.
I'm already offended.
Just the idea of it.
Yeah.
As you're digging into the guacamole.
Well, I was hungry because I'm on Weight Watchers.
Oh.
That's not
How's that
point. Those are
going?
points. Those points right there are a lot.
No, it was, but I didn't eat any
healthy.
points during the day.
And
Oh,
then you
to
had
save some
beers
room?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I have a beer and,
You're
and
going to
some
be
tequila.
real drunk. You don't have anything
No,
a base.
I feel good.
Okay.
He's got 2 miles to drive down the road.
No,
He's
I've got
Oh,
I've got
no.
a very I've got a very short drive, and you guys met my kids. Yeah.
You got a lot to live for.
Yeah. So I've got a lot to live for.
You got a lot to live for, buddy.
They're great. Your wife and your kids
Thank
are
you very much.
all awesome.
Thank you very much.
Your
I-
family looks like a Macy's catalog.
Really, thank you. Did I
Hey,
send you?
did you know about the Macy's story? I can't get
No,
into that.
stop.
I can't get into it. But it's funny you should say Macy's.
Let's get back to our guests. So what's next for you guys? What we already talked about how you're writing new scripts. What, like, if we were to say in 10 years, because if we talk about 1 year away, you're gonna be on Ashley again for the
Yeah.
second season. And
hope
then the
so.
third season, and then the fourth season, and then the fifth season, right?
You're
But-
gonna get sick of it by then. You're like,
but if
okay,
you're
I'm
thinking-
over it.
10
and I'm like,
years fr-
another Mercedes.
Yeah.
Fine.
Oh my gosh.
Ugh.
Not Sharkies again.
Anything but Sharkies.
Yeah.
Seth, if you're listening, please,
Anything,
no Sharkies.
please, please.
Please. Mastro's delivered, Seth.
Ooh, that sounds good. Would you see yourselves doing anything but writing? Do you see yourselves directing? Do you see yourselves doing anything other than writing? 10 years. 10 years.
We will have produced and directed.
Rosie's a director. I have no interest in directing. Just
She
at
would
this
crush
moment.
it though. She's so good at talking to talent and talking to everybody. Like she's a director, but she doesn't know it.
And she's a good
She's-
listener.
Yeah,
That's
like
true.
she would crush it.
I don't have a visual grasp on anything. I take the worst photos possible.
Which is great though, because that's where I come in. And like I have a vision for things.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't have the ability to make people feel at ease. So then
Rosie's
Heather,
very unsettling.
So you guys
She
would
does.
team up? So you
Heather's
guys
got
would
it.
team up as directors? That could
Sure.
happen.
Yeah.
That'd be
Could
interesting.
That'd be cool.
You guys are so cute. You guys really love working with each other. That's really neat. It's rare too, because I know lots of writing teams that have not worked out, and they're not good stories.
we're pretty lucky.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are.
Watching
fell
you
asleep.
two, you guys are so cute. Like I see this connection.
This guy right here.
I
This guy.
see
He's tucking the
this
hair behind his
spark
ear.
between
It's
the
very
two of
sweet.
you. Like you guys have known each other your whole lives.
I just met him today.
I got this gig. Is this union? Because
Yes. It's all of them.
I got my SAG card on Ashley Garcia. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know
Oh,
I
you
got
really
my SAG
did?
card? Yeah.
Wow.
I got Taft Hartley.
Congratulations.
For
Thank
being
you.
the burrito king?
Yeah.
Did you have dialogue? Did you have a line?
No.
You must have.
I-
Wait,
no,
how
I
did you
didn't.
get
Wow.
I don't know, and
That's
and
no
I
offense.
can't.
That's kind of easy.
I can't explain
I mean,
it.
one
Yeah.
gig.
Rosie, I can see you directing. I can see that happening for you. I think that's going to be really neat. Would it be movies and be multicam? Have you thought about any of that?
I don't want to put my foot in my
It's
mouth
different,
and say
though.
it wouldn't be multicam or television or any kind of television, but I see it more of like if we come up with a project in the feature film or short film kind of arena, then it would be us behind the camera, whether or not Heather is actually acting in it or not.
Oh my
No.
gosh! I see
No,
this
she
whole
won't.
thing
Yeah.
coming together
I like
right
it.
here.
I
I
like
see
No,
what
I'm
you're
not a
thinking.
good
Star.
actor.
She has a
You have to
vision.
know
Have a
that about
vision.
yourself.
I saw that spin on Instagram on your birthday, and it was amazing.
Right? So good.
Yes, I have stage presence.
Yeah,
that
you
doesn't
do.
mean I'm a good actor.
AF, stage presence AF. Does anyone know what that means?
That's a little too hip for you, Robert. But okay.
but so I do though. I know that you have more of a vision for this because you just pointed out she's acting, you're directing, and it's a short.
There we go.
Boom.
Well, and we've been trying to. I mean, for the last 3 or 4 years, we've been kind of trying to produce our own project.
Yeah.
And originally, the concept had us in it.
Yeah.
And then we did some sample shoots, and we were like, "That's bad."
I want to talk to you guys about a website called extrememusic.com.
Ooh.
Extrememusic.com, which is the brainchild of Russell Emanuel.
And Hans Zimmer.
No, it's not the brainchild of Hans Zimmer.
He's
Is it?
on board
Is it?
now.
He's on board.
now.
He's on board, but he didn't
But still,
invent
Hans
it.
Zimmer. Exactly. That's
Hans
what I
Zimmer's
did.
huge, and they're partners. So Russ Emanuel and Hans Zimmer are partners. But let me talk to you about Extreme Music. Extrememusic.com is a website where you can go and select composers that have written music in all genres. Comedy, slapstick. I mean, we pretty much
Western.
proved this on the show already. Dramas,
Slapstick
horror,
Western.
slapstick Western. I mean, pretty much you can put in anything.
anything.
Love, new love, you name it.
Old Love.
Classical. If you punch in Hans Zimmer, the style of Hans Zimmer comes up, like
Oh.
thousands of songs, and you can pick through them. The really cool part about it, if you're a filmmaker, is that if you pick a song, usually they're about 2 minutes long. In that same file, there's a 30-second version. There's a version without vocals. There's an ability on that same website to take the instruments and remove certain instruments. So if you want to remove the drums or remove the violin
So you
or
can pull
remove
the layers that you
yeah,
want?
you
Yeah.
can pull the layers
That's
that you
cool.
want, and it remixes it right there. In about a couple minutes, you have the new mixed version of whatever you want, and it also has endings. So it'll have stings, like 3-second stings. So if you want to end a scene
Yeah.
with that same song, they've already written it for you. So extrememusic.com does all of that. It's a site where nothing is exclusive. So I used them for a movie I did, 98 cues. I can't tell you how much it was, but it was totally less than using a composer.
Okay.
That's
So-
amazing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
worth it for a
So-
Really, really
filmmaker.
good.
When
Yeah,
you start
indie stuff.
directing, when you do your next series,
Yeah.
look into extrememusic.com.
Cool. I love it.
And they appoint when you sign up for your account, they appoint your own rep for you.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Wow.
I didn't know that. Is that true? And I've used them. I used them on my short, and I used them on Mexico's Next Top Model.
No rep.
No
You have
rep.
No representation.
Well, I had Joel High. I guess that was my rep. But please, you guys, check them out.
Okay.
Recommend them. They're an incredible service. And he's right. Hans Zimmer is involved with Russ Emanuel. They are now writing music for The Simpsons. They won Emmys for Planet Earth. It's an amazing
They're
site.
legit.
Check it out.
Legit.
All right. That was a plug.
Was that a commercial?
Yeah.
What? It was so sweet.
Yeah, it was so
Thank
smooth.
you.
I thought we were just having a conversation.
It was like 3 minutes in until I was like, oh, I see.
I did want to tell you guys about it. It was really important to let you know. Well, I want to thank you guys for having the courage to be on our show.
We were scared.
I know you were scared.
Robert's courage.
Ooh, ice in his veins. That's scary.
Oh, ice in his
scared.
veins. The burrito king with ice in his veins. I love
No,
it.
I do. I want to thank you guys. You're very talented. I had a lot of fun working with you, and I really do hope we get to do it again.
Yeah. Yeah, well, thank you. And it's so nice meeting the other lovely gentlemen of the
These
podcast.
guys,
Yeah.
Tootie, not Rod, and Davey Dave.
Sweet
Not
boys.
Dave.
I want to thank Heather for being so nice on the set. Ashley.
So nice.
She's very welcoming.
Wow, that's really, you were nice to Davey Dave. Davey
Thanks.
Dave was on the show twice, and we had a good time with you, Davey Dave. Thanks for being on the ones and twos. You're the man.
You're the man.
Rosie, Heather, thank you guys for coming. I know there's going to be huge things coming for you in the future. When you get a show or movie, or when you do your short, or when we do our contest, you guys come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll drink some more, talk some more, laugh some more.
Absolutely.
All right. Well,
Thanks
thank
for
you
having
guys very much. Thank you for listening to Let's Get Into It. Rod,
Yes.
that's not your name. Thanks, Teddy. Appreciate it.
Thanks. Appreciate it, Mark.
See you next time.
All right, cool.